Hello, I'm Lee Hatcher for Growth Coaching International. In this short case study interview, we speak with Andrea Federico. Andrea is principal of the University Park Primary School in Victoria and also Executive Chair of the Keilor St Albans Principal Network. We caught up with Andrea after her presentation at the National Coaching in Education Conference and asked her to share her coaching story, both from a school perspective and also at a network level.
My coaching journey started when I was assistant principal. I was looking for a way of building my own capacity in that role. So I found growth coaching and started individual coaching. And then it was making such a difference to me that I took it into my school, and when I became principal, I guess I took it as a curiosity thing, and I took it to my staff and said, I'm experimenting in this. Can I have some people to work with to practice and see whether it makes a difference to you and to us as a school? So from a school point of view, I've started small. It's on a voluntary basis. And because I have a number of people now that want to be part of that, I run it on a 3-week cycle. And because schools are busy places, we find that it works best early in the morning or after school. The coachee chooses when they take up those opportunities. But the impact from that has been that they're excited to come back for a coaching session. I get a lot out of it. They drive it. But what I'm noticing from a leadership point of view is that we are performing far better than we were. It's like they come in with this big idea and we're able to funnel it down, and then they go out with an action plan, and so they come back to the next meeting and they've ticked off most of the things that are part of our school improvement plan without me prompting or having to do that work. So it's having a big impact there. And then after the school level, I shared my experience with some other principals in the network, and in the meantime I'd become part of the executive team for our Keilor St Albans network. And so I took an idea to them about having a conference, a taster day if you like. So we have 65 principals, APs and leading teachers that took part in that day 2 years ago. And the feedback from that was they really enjoyed it. So I guess I worked with GCI to work out what could be next for us. And in the meantime, I became executive chair of our network. So we developed an Introduction to Leadership program, a 3-day program, which began last year. And that was attended by 65 of our leaders in our particular network. And at the end of that, I asked the question, so what? So we got really positive feedback about how it was making a difference to them personally and to the work they were doing in their schools. So the question for so what came back, and from there we had principals that didn't take it up in the first year come back and say, will there be an opportunity? Can we have a go at it as well? So this year we've run another 3-day. We have over 60 again attending, but we've expanded from just being the Keilor St Albans network. From talking to other network chairs, we now have 2 other networks part of that. So we've expanded to an area, if you like, in the southwest region. So that program's ticking along. But then for those that took part in it last year, they wanted more. So what we did, well, we sort of differentiated it. So we've got a peer coaching program happening. It's just a 2-day program. And the target audience for that is our instructional coaches in our schools and I guess our leading teachers. So they're part of a 2-day program where they have to come in pairs from a school. One of our learnings from the 3-day program was that we found that unless we actually set in between tasks, in between the days, things got busy and people didn't practice as much as we wanted them to. So now they come in pairs from schools, that's a condition. And then they analyse data, they practice their skills, they learn to give feedback, they go back into their schools and work with their teams, but they've got each other to then coach each other in between sessions. So we've had our first day of that, and I know the feedback's positive because I sent out for their responses from the first day. But then I sort of went, well, what about us? Like, it's okay for us to be facilitating this professional learning, but we need something at a principal level. So 2 other members of my executive team and I met with GCI. And we are developing, I think, as we go, a collegial principal coaching program. But because 3 days out of schools with other commitments is often difficult, we wanted to make it easy so that people could take it up. So we run our network meetings in the morning, and then we run the coaching in the afternoon. So principals don't have to find another time. So we're working on a problem of practice. We have all completed the 8SAL self-reflection tool and identified our own area of need. And we've only had one afternoon, so we have set up what we think our goals will be. I've been strategic in who I've paired people with. So we have APs with APs, principals with principals, and we even have our SEAL involved, so that's our next level up. So he's involved in that as well because he's seen the impact it's had in the network. So that will be a 3-day program. In between, we visit each other's schools. That's strengthening the network because the relationships are being strengthened. We're also able to understand each other's contexts more easily, and it means when we're having conversations at our network level about school improvement, we've all got a framework that we've been exposed to and are aware of and are working with. I think the key thing is to listen to the people who are participating in it and be driven by their needs, and to create what's not already there, I guess. I think sustaining it means you've got to go broader than your own network, which is what we've done this year. I also think it's key to start small and have small successes and then see where it leads you. It does take organisation, and it does take a commitment by an executive team to take on the work. But if there's someone with a passion, they can start as an individual and lead to a network level. I just think it's really deepened, the relationships. It really has sort of given us a structure. I think it's built a lot more trust within the network, and people are excited because they can see that it's actually making a difference to their work, not just at the network level but in their individual schools as well.
For more information on Growth Coaching International's professional learning programs, head to www.growthcoaching.com.au.